What's good, y'all? So, had a guy talk about how he's struggling pulling girls at the club when he's going out solo. Going out solo is tougher than most people think. Some people don't got the balls to do it. So shout out to my guy for even being able to go out solo and, still do his thing. It's not for everybody. It's really not for everybody. And what you guys need to understand is that you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. That's why when I said in my video how to go out alone, you really have to carry the mindset like you are content in yourself. You really have to master the ability to be alone. Not only that, but like to not have your confidence shaken just because you ain't out with your homeboys, right? So it's not an easy thing to do, and there's going to be some barriers that you just can't get over. If you're going out alone, guys, you need to understand that what women value is social proof. Regardless. We talk about status. Part of status is your social proof. That's why when you go out, you want to be with your homeboys. Because let's say you going out, all in a clique can create your own energy, your own vibe. It's you and a couple of your homeboys out. You will have women that gravitate towards you. Whereas if you alone sitting at the bar by yourself, all you've been doing is getting drinks, talking to the bartender. She getting paid, so she don't give a fuck. She getting tipped out. You just sitting there with a mug on your face. You got this lonely energy around you. Of course you're not going to be able to pull no females. Social proof still plays a role, y'all. You got to understand. We can talk all day about how we don't give a fuck about certain aspects of the game. But there are certain things that you won't be able to change regardless. There's certain things you got to deal with. If you see this girl out here with all her girlfriends, they all twerking in a circle, they rejecting guys left and right. You think that she gonna have that same energy if she came out alone? Women typically don't go out alone. Guys, only the strongest people can go out alone. But this is why you wanna be able to have good energy, because if you go out alone and you present good energy, if you have confidence in yourself and you don't need everybody around you, listen, people gonna gravitate towards you regardless. When I go out, I know for a fact that my energy is going to attract people to me. People just be wanting to come up and talk to me. I don't even know the nigga from left and right. I'm looking at the females and niggas trying to talk to me. Bruh, that's cool. I'll vibe with a dude or whatever for a second, but always the goal is the females. You don't just disregard people that's coming up and trying to get to know you or coming up and try to start conversation. Because if you go out alone and you got people doing that, that creates social hierarchy. That's going to create value for you socially. So if you got people coming up to you because you got good energy, females is going to see that. Females are going to think you're approachable. They might not come out the gate and approach you because they're females, right? But at least you know for a fact that if they see that you're more open and you came out, you know what I'm saying, you looking good, you looking fresh, now they be okay with throwing choosing signals at you. Now they be okay with holding eye contact with you longer because they know that hopefully you got some balls and hopefully you make the approach based off of your social status, which was just presented with this random nigga that was talking to you or random people that was talking to you. I'm not really worried about necessarily going out alone because I know that I'm going to see people that I already know or people that just come up to me. I see people I know from back in the day in college. I'll meet people that I met before at the club, holds numbers that I got before and didn't really say shit to them and they angry or whatever they want to say. I don't really give a damn. Or I'll even meet subscribers. You never know who you finna meet. Always go out with an open energy so you can create a social status. This status shit is no bullshit, all right? The thing is nowadays, this shit is translated over to social media. So guys, let me tell y'all something. Don't be talking about you get the IG instead of the number and your IG is private and you don't even got 100 followers and you following like 700 people and you ain't got no post. Why the fuck you trying to get her IG? You give her your number, she go and check, because females is going to check, bro. Females are going to do their research. Unlike us, we just see a fat ass and we keep that shit going. They check. They going to look at your social proof on social media. She might think you a clown. It's a wrap. So if your social media following ain't good, I don't suggest leading with that shit. And understand, y'all, that it's going to be some females out there. Listen, a lot of these females out here are business women. I meet business women all the time out there. They got plenty of followers. I don't know if they selling ass. I don't know if they Forex traders. I don't know what the hell some of these hoes got going on. But at the same time, some of them is going to look at other people just because they got a nice following. They only want to fuck with other people with nice followings. If you a guy and she's like, oh, you don't have 1,000 followers, I don't want to fuck with you. Nigga, you better take that on the head, bro. That's how it's gonna be. Social media proof is gonna be your followers and following ratio. Best believe that. Best believe they checking all that shit. And they checking to see what you do. I use social media strictly for business. If a bitch see my fucking IG and she's like, oh, well, I see that you do a lot of talk about women and this and that. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. Most of the time, they don't care. Because guess what? I use it for business. If you can't understand business, then get the hell up out of here. Because you don't even want to be around a chick like that. Guys, if a female don't want to fuck with you because your following ain't up to par, that's a superficial chick. That's when it's up to your ass to check yourself like, yo, I don't need this chick. You don't gotta talk to this chick. Don't be infatuated with a superficial chick because she find a guy with a bigger following. She find a guy with more social clout. And you up out of there anyway, so it don't matter. It's always best face to face, y'all, but understand that if you out in the club, it's gonna be better for you to have your boys around you. It's gonna be better for you to be in a group or be with at least one friend, because when you're going out alone, it's easier for people to fall into this lonely energy bullshit. You don't want to be like that. You will not get no play. You won't be able to pull no girls. You won't be social. So get out there with some friends. That's just to elevate yourself. You can still go out alone if you can handle it. Most people can't though. For you guys out there that can do that, shout out to you. But understand these barriers aren't just gonna come down just because you don't give a fuck. And don't be butthurt about it. Because guys, if you want to play the game, if you want to be out here getting these females like this, you want all these baddies, of course they're going to have a lot of IG followers. Of course they're going to have all these ass pics up. You want to get with them? Then you got to play the game. You have to. You can't complain about it. You want these social proof chicks? Get some social proof. Get some status. Get a social media following if you really want to be about it.